All right, guys, how's it going this morning? Today it is 7:30 a.m. here in Tennessee. I made this video because I know right now with inflation and everything going crazy and prices at an all-time high, we're all trying to do something to make some extra cash, And I've always been one to look for different little ways to make a little extra something on the side. For the type of stuff that I'm going to be doing today, I've been doing this for about 4 years now, working through different applications on my phone just to make extra money. So if you have a pickup truck, cargo vans, and sometimes like Sprinter vans, you can do any of the stuff that I'm doing. I'll try to figure out more specifically what's the age requirement for your vehicle, because some apps don't let you do stuff if your truck or van or whatever is like 20 years old or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to figure that out. But today, this is me. I'm in my F-150. It's a 2011 F-150. I'm gonna be taking you with me. My first job here is at a Lowe's. So I'm gonna go to Lowe's and pick up a customer's order. I'm gonna take y'all along the journey just so you can see what it looks like to do one of these jobs, and you'll be able to find out if you want to do it or not. So go ahead and come along with me, and let's go ahead and get this thing started. All right, we made it here to Lowe's, so let's go ahead and go in and get this thing started. Usually when you do these jobs, you'll have to report to the front customer service desk, and then if it's like wood and stuff like I'm picking up today, I have to go down here to the lumber yard and pick things up. So I'll go ahead and go up here, talk to usually the nice woman that's up here, and go on to the next step. Sometimes when y'all come through, you'll have to come to a screen like this where you either scan your barcode or put your order number in. Then they'll be able to find your order and pick it up. So usually you'll come here. Some stores will make you come over here and talk to them. Just depends. Yeah, guys, just as anticipated, since it is some plywood or some OSB, which is orientated strand board, it's just some flat pieces of wood, they're having me go down to lumber. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the truck around and go to lumber. Sometimes I pull it down to lumber and just walk all the way back to customer service, but for some reason I'm just gonna do it the regular way and just go to customer service first and then go down there. So I'll see y'all in lumber. All right, guys, as you can see, I had to put on an extra layer. It's pretty cold today and the wind's blowing, so it's frigid out there. But just to recap on what we did so far, we made it to Lowe's. We went to the customer service desk. We gave the attendant our order number, and sometimes they have like a little flat screen like I showed where you'll just type it in. Sometimes they can't find it, so they have to do it manually. But she went ahead and phoned down to the other side of the store and let the girl know that, hey, I'm here to pick up what I need to pick up and to go ahead and get it ready. So I left customer service. I drove down to the lumber area where you can park underneath, because if it's raining, you don't want to be loading lumber. So I usually park underneath, which is closest to the drop gate. So park over there, and then I'll just walk inside. And as I was going in, I saw the girl coming around the corner with the OSB or the plywood sheeting boards or whatever you want to call it. So I went ahead and let her know who I was, showed her my ID, and she went ahead and released the load to me. I took it outside, and there's tons of attendants that can help you load it if you need help. But I usually do stuff like that myself. But if there's people around, they're usually more than willing to help you. So I had one guy come up. He was super nice, and he tried to help me. I let him know that, you know, I was recording, and, you know, but I didn't mind, you know, the help. So I said, it's good to see another smiling face, whatever. So we were about to load, and then another attendant walks up and let them know that they had a whole lot of stuff coming in from a truck. So he was like, sorry, I can't help you. I was like, man, it's no problem. So I went ahead and started loading the product. And as you can see, like, people around, I've noticed around like lumber and like Home Depots and Lowe's, there's a lot of friendly guys that they're willing to help you. So as I was loading it by myself, I got like 2 ply boards in out of the 10 that I had to load up. And then a guy comes over and starts helping me with the rest. Didn't even ask me, did I need help or anything, just started helping me. So we went ahead and loaded those up, got his name, shook his hand, and we went our separate ways. But I got those loaded up. And one thing you want to remember is that you want to take your pictures, right? So when I was inside, when I first got the plywood, I took a picture of it while it was still inside the store, just for verification purposes. After that, I got outside and I started loading them. And once I had all of them loaded and strapped down properly, I took 2 more pictures just to show the service that I did this through, which is a service called Senpex. And I'll have that name and have a link to Senpex in the description box below. But I went ahead and took pictures. That way, if anything happens from when you got the product at the store to when you get to the customer's house, they'll know that everything on your end was taken care of, because you never know. A customer might break something and not want to pay for it and say that it was damaged in transportation or whatever. There's situations like that. So you want to cover your butt. Always cover your butt, because with some of these gig apps or these transportation, work for yourself, last mile, any of those apps, you can get removed from the app if there's damage, you're not doing things properly, you're not following proper safety procedures and all that type of stuff. So you want to make sure you're within the bounds to stay on the app, right? So right now I'm going to go ahead and get the customer's address loaded up on my GPS and head there and do another drop. And this is going to be the final drop. These deliveries are called final mile deliveries, because from the warehouse to the store to the customer is the final mile until the product is delivered to the last place it needs to be delivered to. So I'm gonna go ahead and head there. And again, once I get there, I'm gonna take some more pictures showing that it was safe inside the store. It was safe when I put it in the truck and strapped it down properly, and it made it safe all the way to the customer's house or the location where it's being dropped off at. That way you're in the clear, and no one can say that you damaged it because you're taking these pictures. And don't just take any type of picture. Make sure you take a good clear picture. Get different angles, get the corners of things, because a lot of times the corners of items get chipped up. So you want to take the corners. If you're doing things properly, you shouldn't have any messed up corners. And just take those pictures. And once again, verify, redundancies when it comes to making sure your butt's covered. Something else, guys, I can't stress this enough. I've been doing this for a couple years now, and I can't tell you how many guys I've seen just half butt this situation when it comes to securing your load. The biggest thing that I can tell you, and anybody that does this for real, or any 18-wheeler drivers or any guys that transport and know what they're talking about, strap down and take care of your load, because your load is what's making you the money in the first place. So why would you finally get the means to make the money with the load, load it, and then load it improperly? that can lead to damage to the product, damage to your vehicle, damage to somebody else's vehicle if something flies off your truck. So always make sure you strap down your load. It doesn't take a lot of time. It doesn't take a lot of effort. All you got to do is put your straps, whatever you're using to strap down your load, and just strap down your load. I'm pretty sure we've all seen guys or girls, whatever, driving down the street with a mattress, a dresser, and it's just flying and flapping all over the place. Or we've probably even seen stuff fall off the back of a truck. I've seen it plenty of times. There's tons of videos on YouTube. I've seen it while I'm working with another person, because a lot of these apps will have you working with other people sometimes. And these guys just trash. They're trash, really. Like they don't do any of the procedures for safety, anything. They just throw it in there and go. And I make sure I drive in front of them, because if something falls off the back of their truck, I'm not trying to get damaged. So make sure you load properly and strap down your load and keep everything secure. That's the biggest bit of advice I can give you with this situation. So like I said, without further ado, we're going to head to the customer and we're going to go ahead and get this load dropped off. So I'll see you there. All right, guys, just like that, we're all done. So I took you on the whole thing. You rode with me to the store. I showed you what to do at the store, where to go, a couple tips here and there. And with that last trip, I didn't have to have any paperwork to give to the customer. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But you'll know that once you get to wherever you're picking up your items at. And 90% of these trips that I do with the company that I just did it through, which was Senpex, an app called Senpex, I never have to have any contact. Well, 90% of the time I don't have to have any contact with the customer, so it's easy. You know, I like jobs where I don't even have to really just, you know, I'm gonna say it like it is, where I don't even have to talk to anybody. I just want to go pick up my stuff and then drop it off. So that's another reason why I like these Senpex deliveries, because you can make your money and you can kind of be discreet about it too. You're just picking up something and dropping it off. So one thing you want to make sure you don't leave any trash around, or just leave the customer's house how you met it, you know. So that was a Senpex. That was a quick, easy trip. And for that one paid around $30-ish. And it was pretty close to where I picked up from at the Lowe. So y'all can really do this. You know, you can stack them up throughout the day. Of course, there's different volume every day. They come and go. But what you want to do is something I learned like years ago when I was like looking into like Uber and Lyft and stuff, is with these gig apps, you want to have multiple apps all working at the same time. So if it's slow on one end, you can have something else jumping and you can go ahead and pick that up. And maybe by the time you're doing that or finishing up that, something else on another end will go. So you want to be doing multiple things, because again, if you want to work for yourself, or if you want to, you know, make a little extra money on the side and just keep it going, you got to have multiple sources. So that's what I do as far as the gig apps and everything like that. I have multiple apps working at the same time, so I can just pick and choose what I want to do. So that's a great way to make a little extra money, and I hope you guys found this helpful. And if you have any questions or comments, please put them down below, and I'll try to answer what I can. And like and subscribe if this helped you, because I got tons of other videos on my channel that's not just all about gig work. It's just about self-sustainability and things you can do to prepare for what may be coming. So as always, I hope everybody has a blessed day, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks.